Sa pagbusisi mga kababayan ng napakaganda, itong bagong star ng impeachment trial, si Attorney May Divina Gracia, Counsel for House Panel of Prosecutor. Sabi po the reports were written to fit the rules, not the facts. 4 na ulat, iisang template, mga halagang hindi nagbabago at laging eksaktong 125 million. Not a peso more, not a centavo less. Walang natira, walang sinauli. Simo prosecution.
Hi po, good afternoon po ulit. So for day 18 po of the impeachment trial highlights, pinisenta po si Assistant Secretary Ortonio po. At for today's impeachment trial, we will leave you with Monwen.
Nagbabagang mga balita at pagtalakay sa mga isyu ng lipunan. Bulsa! Opinyon, banat at paglalantad sa katotohanan. Bulsa! What you see is what you get. You decide.
Sabi mga kababayan, kumusta? Imagine yung ginawa ni Sara, yung na-discover sa hearing kahapon, impeachment trial. Humingi siya ng pera. Siya pala yung humingi talaga. Kasi yung Office of the Vice President, wala man talagang budget ng confidential fund. Si Lenny, mga kababayan, wala mang confidential fund siya. May mga previous yata na may konting confidential fund. Kung hindi ako nagkakamali, baka mayroon si Jojo Binay. Pero si Lenny, yung taon mga kababayan, after na mag-expire yung kanyang pagiging Vice Presidente, wala mang budget for confidential funds. Kasi spare tire lang naman po mga kababayan ng Vice Presidente. The usual job ng Vice Presidente, mga invitation, mga limbawa, inauguration na imbitahan. Yun lang naman. Yun nga dapat amindahan yung ating konstitusyon para bigyan ng trabaho ang nakaupong Vice President. Spare tire siya talaga. Pero si Sara, humingi siya. Basta humingi siya ng pera, talagang bratinila po. Nang walang plano, as in zero. Yan sabi ko sa inyo, napakadelikado na si Sara maging presidente. Basta gagastos siya ng pera nang walang plano. Yan ang kanyang pagkatao. Nasanay kasi, that is the template sa Davao. That is the SOP, Standard Operating Procedure. Yun ang namana niya na pag-uugali mga kababayan sa tatay niya. Kaya yung confidential funds, billion-billion mga kababayan sa Davao, I think after this, kailangang busisiin din mga kababayan. Ang Davao, hindi lang sa flood control na tulad ng sinabi ni mag-iimbestiga na daw sila ni Ombudsman Remulla kasi yung Davao epicenter ng flood control corruption. Yan ang sabi ni kahapon. Davao City is an epicenter of flood control corruption. Kaya lang napakahirap daw mag-imbestiga sa Davao kasi uncooperative yung mga opisyal doon. Hindi ko mo uncooperative, hindi na ninyo gagawin. Siguro napakinggan yung mga commentaries natin mga kababayan. Bakit lagi ninyong tinututukan si Martin Romualdez na si Martin Romualdez po malinis yung records niya sa mga implementation ng project sa wala man pong substandard, walang ghost flood control sa Leyte. At yung mga sabi witnesses na nagtuturo kay Martin Romualdez tulad ni Gutesa, yung tinasabing whistleblower, bumaliktad na po, nag-recant na binayaran lang siya, pinumisahan ng 150 million na hindi man para lang idiin si Martin Romualdez. Pati yung 4 na mga maleta boys. Malinaw na gawa-gawa yon. Butit nagising siya, Oyeng Remulla, na magpapaimbestiga mga kababayan sa Davao kasi yung Davao dinescribe niya as epicenter ng flood control corruption. Sabi ko sa inyo, so hindi lang ito sa flood control kundi pati yung confidential funds. Billions po eh. Yun ang nakasanayan ni Sara. Almost 2 billion yung confidential funds sa Davao. Worse, walang plano. Yun ang template. Kaya humingi siya sa DBM mismo, mga kababayan. Ito, sa pagbusisi mga kababayan ng napakaganda, itong bagong star ng impeachment trial, si Attorney May Divina Gracia, Counsel for House Panel of Prosecutor. Sabi po ni Attorney Divina Gracia, nauna ang 250 million. Sumunod ang plano. Matapos itong humingi sa DBM. Hindi plano ang nagtakda ng halaga. Ang halaga ang nauna. Sa kahinabol ang plano. The reports were written to fit the rules, not the facts. 4 na ulat, iisang template. Mga halagang hindi nagbabago at laging eksaktong 125 million. Not a peso more, not a centavo less. Walang natira, walang sinauli. Simot. Kaya description ko po, nalunok o nilunok. Walang plano. Saan ka nakakita? Gumasta ka ng ng perang walang plano. Kahit nga sa bahay. Ito ang malinaw mga kababayan ng pagiging Bratinela. Hindi talaga napalaki ng tama itong si Sara. Parang isang anak, papayag kayo mga kababayan, yung anak ninyo hihingi ng pera. Pag tinanong ninyo, o bakit ka humingi ng pera? Sabi dito, prosecution, 500 million OBP confidential funds had no legitimate purpose. The reports were written to fit the rules, not the facts. 4 na ulat, iisang template. Mga halagang hindi nagbabago at laging eksaktong 125 million. Not a peso more, not a centavo less. Walang natira, walang sinauli. Simot, sabi dito, the House Prosecution Team presented Office of the Vice President, Assistant Secretary, and Assistant Chief of Staff, Lemuel Ortuño, as a hostile witness on day 18 of Vice President Sara Duterte's impeachment trial, seeking to establish that the 500 million in confidential funds had no legitimate confidential purpose and remained unaccounted for. Before Ortuño's testimony, presiding officer Senator Chis Escudero took up the parties' stipulations to streamline the proceedings. The defense stipulated that Ortuño holds a salary grade 29, around mga 180,000 ang sweldo nito, to 200 plus a month as OBP Assistant Secretary and Assistant Chief of Staff with an appointment coterminous with that of the Vice President. Prosecution Counsel Attorney May Divina Gracia said Ortuño's testimony would support 11 points concerning the alleged irregularities in the and liquidation of the confidential funds. Ngayon galing po ng presentation ni Attorney Divina Gracia. Prosecution Counsel Attorney May Divina Gracia said Ortuño's testimony would support 11 points concerning the alleged irregularities in the use and liquidation of the confidential funds. She argued that the OBP's request for 250 million in confidential funds preceded the preparation of its supporting plan, suggesting that the amount was determined before the plan was produced. Nauna mga kababayan yung pera, basta humingi siya ng pera, bala na niya kung paano namin gastusin, which is a no-no sa government budgeting. Kaya sa simula pa lang, mali na from the very start, mali. Nag-gets ninyo ba? Abnormal yung nangyari mga kababayan. Suggesting that the amount was determined before the plan was produced. Nauna ang 250 million, sabi po niya. Hindi plano ang nagtakda ng halaga. So normally, dapat may plan muna, tapos babudgetan. Ano niya yung plano? Asan yung plano? So magkano yung gagastusin natin dyan sa plano? Ganon ang normal procedure, mga kababayan. Ang halaga ang nauna, saka hinabol ang plano. Kaya yung mga justification nila, kung ano-ano na lang, kaya tinawag ni Attorney Divina Graciang scam, biglang nag-object si Attorney Ferrer. Scam nga. So ang nasa likod nito, scammer ang tawag. Kaya kayo na mga naniniwala sa scammer, nagpa-scam kayo. She also said key documents showed Duterte's authority in approval from the request through liquidation. The prosecution further questioned the OBP's liquidation and accomplishment reports, which it said followed a repeated template and consistently reported 125 million in expenditures per trans. 4 na ulatan niya, iisang template. Mga halagang hindi nagbabago at laging eksaktong 125 million. That is impossible mga kababayan. Not a peso more, not a centavo less. Walang natira, walang sinauli. Divina Gracia cited the Commission on Audit's questions regarding medical and food aid items amounting to 40 million. 42 million and 40 million in the first 3 accomplishment reports. She said once such item disappeared from the final report, 5 days after the audit issued was raised, biglang nag-disappear while the reported total remained at exactly 125 million. She also raised the reports did not identify any specific area. Puro ghost po yung beneficiary, ghost. Yung specific na lugar, walang ibinigay. Walang trace kung saan napunta. Walang specific operation or date despite reporting activities across hundreds of areas in 500 million pesos na ginastos in total expenditures. So dangdang area ang iniulat, 500 million ang ginastos. Ngunit wala ni isang lugar, ni isang operasyon, ni isang pizza ang pinangalanan, sabi po ni Divina Gracia. The prosecution also alleged that the liquidation was late, irregular, and backdated, citing receipts submitted months late and more than 100 receipts dated a year after the supported payment. Sinabot na lang nila kasi ayun, iniimbestiga na. Kaya yung receipts na sinasabi, acknowledgement receipts ito, gawa-gawa na lang, kaya pare-parehas yung pirma. Na-prove na po ng National Bureau of Investigation kasi nga po, in-examine yung mga pirma, gumawa mga 10 katao, pare-parehas yung pakasulat ng pirma. So yung ebidensya mga kababayan ng prosecution, galing mismo sa kanila, kaya wala, sabi ko sa inyo, walang dosot si Sara. Ang pwedeng gawin ni Sara ngayon, kung tayo ang mag-advise, mag-resign na lang siya. Huwag na ninyang patagalin. Mag-resign na siya kasi guilty, napakalinaw, guilty po si Sara. Hindi siya dito uobra, lulusot at malamang makaso siya ng plan. 6 na version, iisang pondo, sabi ni Atty. Divina Gracia. She also questioned why officials who supported had personal knowledge of the confidential activities did not provide answers, while Antonio signed responses to COA despite allegedly stating that he had no personal knowledge. The officials who knew answered nothing. The man who says he knew nothing answered everything. Divina Gracia concluded that the explanations for the confidential funds were a sham and argued that the failure to account for the 500 million could give rise to a presumption of misappropriation. Malinaw po, pabago-bago ang paliwanag, walang detalye, walang dokumentong sumusuporta. Pagtatakip, hindi pagpapaliwanag, she said. At hanggang ngayon, hindi na ma-account ang 500 million ng bayan. Kaya tinawag niya ito, mga kababayan, na scam. Isa-isa niyang scam. Biglang nag-object si Atty. Ferrer. Nakabantay palagi po siya. Paxo Laika, yan, yung chief of staff, naka-ismas para hindi masyado makilala, pero nakilala pa rin. Bantay sarado si Paxo Laika. Kaya sabi dito ni Atty. Carlo Ibanez, hingi muna ng 250 million bago gumawa ng plano. Na-prove kahapon sa impeachment trial na humingi na ang OBP ng 200 million na confidential funds. Pero nang humingi sila, wala silang physical and financial plan para dito. So walang plano, walang purpose ang funds. May purpose po ang funds. Hindi sa intended purpose. Basta bigyan nyo kami ng pera, bahala na kung saan namin gagastusin. What does this prove? Sabi po niya. Pinapakita nito na nauna ang amount, saka palang gumawa ng plano para i-justify ito. Malinaw po. Malinaw pa sa sikat ng araw. Bahala na, basta ibigay nyo sa amin ang funds. Gagastusin namin, saka na namin pag-isipan kung paano i-justify yon mismo. Saka na namin pag-isipan kung paano papalabasing legal ang mga gastos. Sabi ni Atty. Divina Gracia, to us, it is a scam that was masterminded by the Vice President. Todo protesta po. Tinatanggal yung term na scam. Ayaw pa ninyong tawaging scammer. Napakalinaw naman po. Na-establish na po. Tapos na ang boxing. In fact, there was no attachment supporting the OBP's request for confidential funds, correct? Yes, that's correct. No attachment, ma'am. Walang attachment po. The prosecution hostile witness, itong si Limuel Antonio, confirmed that the OBP submitted no supporting documents or computation for its request for confidential funds in 2022. Ortonio made the admission during the trial. Ortonio testified that Duterte decided to request confidential funds through a letter to the Department of Budget and Management. Sumulat siya mismo. Dokumentado, dated August 22, 2022, and determined the amount requested. Yes, the determination for the amount is in the discretion of the Vice President. Discretion niya lahat. Pati yung pag-liquidate. Itong mga, kaya kung ano-ano na lang yung mga pangalan na ilinagay. May Maluwang, Alejandro Piquet, katawa-tawa yung mga pangalan. Pinag-isipan na lang yon. Nag-imbento na lang sila ng mga pangalan para i-justify yung paggastos. She said the OBP attached supporting documents for the first 3 requests but none for the confidential fund request. Wala. Ortonio confirmed that no computation was submitted to support the request. That's correct, no computation. Puro sablay, mga kababayan. When the Binagracias asked whether there was any attachment supporting the OBP's request for confidential funds, Ortonio replied, yes, that's correct, no attachment, ma'am. The prosecution also questioned the justification cited in the OBP's request, which referred to the safe implementation of projects and activities under its good governance program, official engagement, and functional representation in domestic and international events. The letter also stated that the OBP was committed to formulating programs, projects, and activities related to national security and peace in order. The Binagracia asked whether this indicated that the OBP had no such program, projects, and activities. Yet, when it requested the confidential funds, Ortonio said the letter reflected a commitment to submit plans and programs. The Binagracia pointed out that the wording of the letter was a commitment to formulate rather than to submit programs, projects, and activities. Sagot ni Ortonio, correct anya. The OBP's confidential funds request is part of the evidence, mga kababayan. Pakinggan ninyo yung summary, executive summary, mga kababayan. Ito, replay sa press conference. Pagtiyagaan ninyo, mga kababayan, na pakinggan yung executive summary ng naging impeachment trial kahapon para magkaroon tayo ng clear picture ng pinagagawa ni Sara Duterte as, based sa testimony mismo, in admission ng isang hostile witness, tao ni Sara mismo ang nagsabi. Pagtiyagaan po ninyo mga kababayan, baka mainis kayo o magsipag-alisan kayo, mabor. Sabi dyan, impeachment trial highlights. Ito yung presentation with slide ng prosecution.
Hi po, good afternoon po ulit. So for day 18 po of the impeachment trial highlights, pinisenta po si Assistant Secretary Ortonio po. At for today's impeachment trial, we will leave you with Monwench, which is at the discretion of the Vice President. 250 million requested on August 22, 2022. Walang computation, walang projection, at walang planong attached.
Walang plano?
So, ano po ang several key points na nailahad ngayon po ng testigo? Una, the amount came before the plan. On August 20, 2022, the Vice President requested 250 million at her own discretion. It is not accompanied by any plans, attachments, or breakdown. Kumbaga, nag-request po siya ng pera na walang plano kung paano gagamitin ang pera. Pangalawa, VP Sara owns the chain. Everything related to confidential funds was authorized, signed off, and directed by the Vice President. If there is no approval, there is no release of funds. Pangatlo, the 2023 plan was copied. May expected outcome, physical targets, and budget matched the 2022 one exactly. Only the program label changed. Kumbaga, kinopya lang yung previous plan. Neither plan names a specific program. Pangapat, the total amount remained the same. Every quarter hit exactly 125 million. Nakakapagtaka. When a 40 million medical food line disappeared 5 days after COA's October 4 finding, the total held. Panglima, The 125 million
Ito.
gone in 11 days. Ortonio corrected counsel and calculated it himself. 125 million cleared in 11 days for a fund meant to cover a full quarter.
Nag-disappear po, 11
Ang-anim.
days.
The security case weakened. There was no known threat. Walang
Walang threat
coordination with
sa
law enforcement.
Vice
While personnel
Presidente.
had already grown from 95 to 473, which was funded separately. Ang pito, changing explanations. The
Babagong-bago.
OVP provided at least 5 different explanations for the same confidential funds across the time of the request, time used, and time of liquidation, as well as COA questioning. The amount came before the plan. There was no computation attached, unlike the 3 other requests in the same letter.
No
Walang projection
projection.
na naka-attach. Wala ring physical and financial plan na naka-attach. At ang PFP mismo ay hindi dumating until
Ang
September
PFP,
16.
physical,
3 weeks later.
financial plan.
The 3 other requests in the same DBM letter, which was for financial assistance and subsidy, special duty allowance, 192 additional positions, each carried complete computations and attachments. Only the confidential fund line came in blank. Nauna ang halaga bago ang plano. Every step in the chain runs through the Vice President. Ortonio confirmed it under cross-examination by Senator Escudero. Sabi ni Ortonio, if there is no approval by the Vice President, there is no release of funds. The Vice President sets the amount. Ortonio confirmed that VP Sara decided to request confidential funds and determined the final figure. Her signature approved it. The Vice President's signature on the PFP certified the cash advance as necessary, lawful, and incurred under her direct supervision. Ortonio's authority came from hers. Ortonio's authority to approve disbursement vouchers was delegated
So
to
si
him by
Sara
the
talaga
Vice
po ang
President
responsible
herself.
lahat.
Mr. Ortonio testified that the Vice President had knowledge and visibility over everything related to the confidential funds. The 2023 plan reads like a copy of the 2022 plan. Ortonio confirmed that the content matched, only the umbrella label had changed. Pare-pareho ang expected outcome, ang physical targets, ang budget, at ang program label. Neither plan identifies the specific programs confidential funds were meant to support. Ang laman ay pareho, iba lang ang pangalan.
Yun, matindi po.
Humingi ng pera ng walang plano. VP Sara sets the amount. Sara chooses the 125 million
Puro
figure
si
and
Sara
requests the
ang
funds.
utak nito po.
Walang planong naka-attach. The August 22, 2022 letter carries no computation or physical financial plan. The PFP follows 3 weeks later. The plan arrives after, tapos nang mag-request. Her signature approves. The Vice President authority enables every release that follows. And the total remains the same. Every liquidation lands on exactly 125 million, despite removing some line items. Paano natin malalaman na kailangan ng ganito kalaking
Pera. Nag-loading.
pera kung wala palang plano at wala ka pang computation?
Correct.
At pagtapos gastusin, kahit nagbabago ang paliwanag at mga item, bakit laging eksaktong 125 million ang nauubos?
Yan ang tanong.
There is the same total every 4 quarters. From quarter 4 2022 to quarter 3 2023, every quarter lands on 125 million pesos, or a total of 500 million pesos. The first 3 accomplishment reports carried medical and food aid worth 40 million, 42 million, and 40 million respectively. 5 days after COA's October 4 AOM questioned the fund, the next report dropped that line entirely. The total stayed exactly 125 million. Nagbago ang laman, pero hindi nagbago ang total.
Matindi po.
125
Scam
million
talaga
gone
po.
in 11 days. 11 days by his own count. Ortonio did the math himself. Binasa niya lang mismo sa dokumento, confirming that the amount allocated for 3 months rather, was spent in 11 days. 11 days. Ulitin ko, 11 days, sabi ni Ortonio upon cross-examination by Senator Cheese. The number came from him. It is not a prosecution estimate. Ortonio himself recalculated it live, correcting counsel on the stand.
Inamin
The
niya
fund
mismo.
was for 3 months. The liquidation report number 2022-12-152 was meant to cover October, November, and December. Pero lahat ng funds na ito ay ginamit lamang in 11 days. And there was a gap, 11 days of spending against roughly 90 days of intended coverage. Security was the stated reason, but the record doesn't back it. The afternoon testimony added a
For
direct
security
factual
daw, wala
consequence.
naman threat sa
One,
kanya.
there was no identified threat. Sabi mismo ni Ortonio na wala siyang personal knowledge na any specific threat at the time of the 2022
So,
request.
nagsinungaling na may
Pangalawa,
threat sa kanya.
Walang law enforcement coordination. Wala rin siyang personal knowledge ng any coordination with security agencies. Pangatlo,
Gawa lang po
the personnel had already
para
tripled.
makahingi
The
ng pera.
security complement grew from 95 to 473, funded separately from confidential funds. At pang-apat, no incidents without the fund. No untoward incidents at OVP satellite offices or
No
projects,
law enforcement
even without
coordination.
confidential fund coverage. What additional security function was a confidential fund actually paying for? At hindi po yun ay isinagot. So if I were to leave you with something today, it would be this. Lahat ng bagay kaugnay sa confidential funds mula sa pag-request, pag-release, ay lalaman ng Vice Presidente, inotorisa at nasa alim ng kanyang supervision bilang head of agency, tinanong ni Presiding Officer Cheese. Ang sinabi ni Lemuel Ortonio, opo. In short, lahat po ng galing yun ay sa Vice President. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you, Attorney Hess. Salamat po sa iyong presentation.
Lahat
We'll pause
alam.
for a brief moment. I will allow our guests to settle down.
Hindi inosente si Sara. Siya mismo yung mastermind, siya yung arkitekto.
Kaya nagagalit, nag-object yung prosecution. Nag-object si Attorney Ferrer. Kasi yun ang totoo. Lahat alam. Si Acosta mismo sinabi sa pagtatanong ni Risa Ontiveros, alam man niya ni ginagawa niya. Alam lahat niya yung ginagawa. Kasi pinipress ni Risa Ontiveros. Ang ibig niyang sabihin, papayag ka na ikaw yung madiin. Naalaman niya ni BP Sara Duterte ang lahat ng ito. So approve niya lahat. Simula sa paghingi ng pera hanggang sa pag-liquidate, pagastos. Utos ni Sara yung pagbigay kay Latsika. Kaya nga po, mga kababayan, sabi ng prosecution, hindi na kailangan, sabi ni Gerbel Luistro, itong si Latsika na maggawin pang hostile witness. May pasabi si Latsika, Colonel Latsika, mga kababayan, na ready daw siya, prepared siya na mag-testify and tell the truth. Ido naman po yung prosecution. Pero kung ang mag-present daw, sabi ni Luistro, kung ang mag-present niya, itanong dito sa press ko, yung yung defense, i-present na witness nila, si Latsika, we are prepared niya to cross-examine, sabi ng prosecution. Kasi nga po, sa testimony pa lang ng dalawang ito yung dito sa kwampo, sa confidential. Yung sa, na-establish na po yung sa una, yung grave threat, yung mga NBI, witnesses. Malinaw na yon. Yung guilt na established doon. Dito, mga kababayan, sa pangalawang article na tinalakay, although article 1 ito, yung unang tinalakay, article 4 po yun. Baliktad kasi. Na-establish ng malinaw yung guilt ni Sara Duterte at nilaglag siya mismo ni Acosta. Iniiwasan ni Gina Acosta na mapunta kay Sara, kaya lang na-corner siya sa pagtatanong ni Atty. Ligutan maging sa cross-examination. And dito sa latest na witness, mga kababayan, kay Ortonio, napunta pa rin ang lahat ng kasalanan, mga kababayan, kay Sara Duterte. Inamin ni Ortonio mismo. Naintindihan na ninyo. Anyway, kaya paalam na tayo. Bye-bye po. God bless.
Swimming and lifting cream, pinapahid po sa mga pulses in affected area. Mainam po sa paninigas ng mga kaso-kasuan. Ito naman po, Automax Radiant Serum. Sa mukha naman yung application, anti-aging po siya. You will look 10 years younger than your age. Sa mga cancer patients naman po, baka lang gusto ninyo itong itry. Neng siya red mixed fruit drink. Hindi mo po siya gamot, food supplement siya. Kaya lang, gawa siya mga kababayan sa goji berry. Yung goji berry may anti-cancer properties. O ngayon, yung mga inquiries ninyo, dumiritso na lang kayo sa aming messenger sa Facebook para masagot namin agad. Ayos pa? Ayos na ayos niya, Mr. Maravilla. Sa mga nagana po ng malinis and spacious fitness gym, pumunta lang po kayo sa aming Colossal Fitness Gym. May Grab car rental din po kami. But anyway, ito po pala yung aming bagong product na binibenta online. I am worldwide amazing pure organic barley powdered drink mix from Australia. Negosyo to ng aking anak na architect entrepreneur Riz Maravillas. Ayan po. Kontakin na lang po ninyo siya, Riz Maravillas on Facebook. Ang mga health benefits niya, boost immunity, improves digestion, enhance energy levels, packed with antioxidants, prevent cancer. Ito naman po yung bago naming product na binibenta online. Eye Glow Serum, whitening po siya. Tingnan ninyo yung epekto sa aking anak na architect before and now. Yung mga inquiries po ninyo, dumiretso na lang kayo sa kanyang Facebook account, Riz Maravillas.